Good morning. It's Monday, January the 19th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I'm Will Puckett. We're glad you're joining us for Catch Up Quick. We begin with the Knoxville Police Department charging a man after a wrong-way crash on Interstate 640 West that led to the death of a motorcyclist Sunday night. KPD says Eric Guevara Alcantara was driving when he lost control, hit a barrier, and then collided head-on with a motorcyclist. The motorcyclist died at the scene. Alcantara and his passenger drove away from the scene, according to police, but were later caught. Officers say they found alcohol in the car. Alcantara is now charged with DUI, vehicular homicide, and leaving the scene of an accident. Meanwhile, a man is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a minor while he was serving as a youth minister. On Friday, Freedom Fellowship Church of White Pine told police they received reports about one of their employees, Wesley Brobeck, having an inappropriate relationship with a 12-year-old girl. The church says Brobeck, was a youth minister at the time, and they immediately fired him. Following an investigation, White Pine police arrested Brobeck Saturday night at his home. He's now facing charges of sexual battery by an authority figure and statutory rape by an authority figure. He is currently in custody at the Jefferson County Jail. More improvements are on the way to make Knoxville, or the city of Knoxville, and all in the name of police officers too. Well, the Real-Time Information Center is seeing more changes in day-to-day activity. RTIC, as it's called, seeing some growth. New cameras going up now to help aid the department in continuing to get an additional eye in the sky. The center is not only helping officers in cases, but also to know what they're walking into. Another new program will do that as well. The DFR, or drones as first responders. It's basically sending a drone to the scene about a minute before or after a 911 call, before officers get there. That way they know what the scene looks like before they arrive. Well, Governor Bill Lee has announced a $1.3 billion project on the way to Oak Ridge. LIS Technology will build a 206-acre laser uranium enrichment facility at the K-25 site called Project Fuel. Governor Lee says this will bring more than 200 jobs to East Tennessee, and the investment marks the most recent in a series of nuclear energy sector facilities on the way to the Secret City. Construction on the site is expected to start later this year, and the company hopes to begin production in 2030. The site is expected to become the first U.S. origin commercial laser uranium enrichment facility. Well, UT's College of Music's namesake, Natalie Leach Haslam, died Friday. She was 94. Those who knew Haslam describe her as a woman who cared deeply for her community and always spoke the truth. Haslam is a founding member of the nonprofit Friends of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Haslam also served on the board of the Tennessee Arts Commission, and she was the first woman to be president of the Knoxville Symphony Orchestra. The Natalie L. Haslam Music Center was named after her in 2013 on UT's campus, and then in 2024, the university named the College of Music after her too. Now, a Knoxville doctor who was dedicated to providing free health care in need for East Tennessee has died. For more than 3 decades, Dr. Tom Kim provided free medical care for working uninsured people in East Tennessee. He opened his first free medical clinic of America on Chapman Highway in 1993. Dr. Kim retired in 2019 but continued to help others. The clinic was renamed after him in 2023. It's now been 16 months since Hurricane Helene made landfall, and cleanup is still happening. We're now learning that repair costs for Interstate 40 are expected to cost nearly $2 billion. That's $900 million more than initially expected. Engineers say the price increases are due to new subsurface information.
Have to go deeper into the ground, but we're not changing the scope of the project. That will remain the same, and it will not change the timeline either. The project will still be completed. All lanes will be open in late 2028.
North Carolina state leaders say federal funds will reimburse all repair costs. Now, with the bitter cold weather, warming centers across East Tennessee are opening their doors to people in need of a warm place to sleep. Church Street United Methodist Church, Cokesbury Church, and Eternal Life Harvest Centers are all open tonight. First Baptist Maryville is open tonight and tomorrow, while Oak Ridge Unitarian Universalist Church will have their doors open through Wednesday. That center is only welcoming guests 18 years and older. The Relaunch Center on North Broadway is open every night, regardless of the temperature this winter. You can find a full list of warming centers inside your WVLT News app.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver. Well, happy Monday, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to the week. It's a cold start, and we're going to stay that way at least for the short term over the next 2 to 3 days here before another system comes in here, especially Wednesday and Thursday. Possibly the chance for more rain and a wintry mix. And then we are keeping a close eye on this weekend forecast. Another chance possibly to see some winter impacts too. Right now, temperatures into the low 30s. We've got some upper 20s out towards the plateau. Staying nice and clear. We've got a few clouds out there, mostly in the high levels of the atmosphere today. And I expect today to be very calm, lots of sunshine, kind of just like we had yesterday for your Sunday. High temperatures today climb into the mid and upper 30s. We've got some low 40s in Sevierville, down towards Loudon and Madisonville, sitting right around 39 degrees here. The colder weather back towards Jamestown and Crossville, where temperatures settle just above freezing for today. Then we get another cold blast of air coming in later on this afternoon, going into tomorrow morning. This makes Tuesday likely the coldest day for this week. We're looking at temperatures into the teens heading out the door early tomorrow morning, 16 in Knoxville down to Maryville. I think we will see closer to 10 to 12 degrees, especially across the Cumberland Plateau. So a very brutal cold coming for you Tuesday morning before temperatures slowly rebound in advance of that next cold front pushing in Wednesday and Thursday. Now, as we look ahead towards the middle of the week and going into the weekend, got a good chance for possibly some more rain showers and again that wintry mix coming through. I think majority for the first half of Wednesday will be pretty dry. We'll see a few more clouds start to build in, and then we'll see that cold front push through. That could bring a couple of those snow showers, possibly a few flakes on the Cumberland Plateau, and then mostly looking at a cold rain pretty much everywhere else. Not expecting any too big of an impact here. The cold front that's pushing this is pretty moisture starved. So again, mostly expecting just a few snowflakes in the higher elevations. Not too crazy, but I want to go ahead and point out this weekend. You've probably seen this on social media. Possibly some more winter impacts on the way, especially Saturday into Sunday. Here's two of the models that we're looking at, the European there and the American model. Right now, we are still a few days away from this Saturday and Sunday. So kind of we're looking at just how the models are trending, and are they trending with a rain and snow possibility? Yes. So the question is whether we're going to see that rain snow line, where that line's going to be. And also, how much and timing. There's still a lot to break down with this forecast, and a lot's going to definitely change from this point going into this weekend. But I did want to point it out that we are keeping a close eye on it for some more snow possibility and possibly some freezing rain as well. A lot to break down. Make sure to stay updated on that forecast too. For now, though, we're looking at a nice cold start to this week. Temperatures into the upper 30s, mostly clear and sunny before more rain moves in here, especially Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, all eyes on that weekend forecast.
Yeah, a lot to break down indeed, Belle. Appreciate it. Well, some families in Tennessee's rural counties have to travel miles to take their children to the doctor. Right now, there are groups in East Tennessee working to fill those gaps. One of them is Remote Area Medical. They've served about 3,100 children last year from all of their clinics. Meanwhile, officials say there are many barriers that parents face to get their kids the care that they need, from costs to transportation to health insurance, just to name a few. The medical group says that they've set up wherever they're invited to in order to address a need for health care. They say it can be hard for rural communities because there's often a lack of doctors, but they're always working hard to recruit enough to make sure that they can help parents breathe easier. Medical services are free. You don't need to bring insurance ID or even a proof of income. Well, a new free healthcare option is soon coming to Cott County. West Care Tennessee just announcing they'll be launching a Prevent and Prosper mobile health unit in Cott County this year. That unit will offer free services, including preventative care, treatment for chronic illnesses, and so much more. It is designed to help underserved rural communities access quality health care. They say the mobile unit will help them cut down on patients' travel times, too. Well, a record number of people are going through McGee-Tyson Airport, and they're looking at starting some major expansions over the next decade. Officials say they want to add 6 gates to Concourse A, create a bigger terminal, and expand the ticketing, baggage handling areas, and security screening checkpoints. But before they can start, they have to complete an environmental impact assessment, and they want your input. People we've talked to who live in the area raised a few concerns. You can submit your opinion right now inside the WVLT News app. The airport does say if everything goes off as planned, that construction will all be wrapped up by 2035. All right, WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols, and Tennessee was going to have to regroup and quickly. They lost a tough one Saturday afternoon to Kentucky at home, blowing a 17-point first-half lead, losing 80-78. The Vols are now 2-3 in SEC play, and the next two games won't be easy. Saturday night, they have a trip to Tuscaloosa on tap to take on Alabama, and then the following Tuesday is another road test at Georgia. Meanwhile, the Lady Vols, they're rolling. They faced their toughest test to date in SEC play as they downed Alabama in Tuscaloosa. They hadn't lost on their home court in nearly a year. The Vols holding Alabama to just 35% shooting from the field. Tennessee now 5-0 in SEC play. The Lady Vols are after a 70-59 win over the Tide. Next up, the Lady Vols have Kentucky at home Thursday. Talk about things getting tougher. Kentucky's ranked in the top 10. Well, a busy weekend for the football Vols in the transfer portal. One of Tennessee's newest additions making things come full circle. Maryville native DJ Burks is transferring from Appalachian State to play safety for UT. Yesterday, Tennessee also picked up Colorado Ryan Staub to expand the quarterback room, something they need to do desperately. He started 2 games in 3 years for Colorado, is now Tennessee's most experienced signal caller for 2026. You can read all about every portal addition right now inside your WVLT News app. Well, the congratulations is in order as a national title is on the way back to Rocky Top. Tennessee cheer and dance in Orlando over the weekend, competing in nationals, sharing this video on Instagram showing when they announced that Tennessee was #1. This is the team's 8th national title win. Last time they took home gold was in 2021. The division they compete in is called Game Day. It's supposed to mimic how teams perform during football games and how they get the crowd excited. A huge congratulations to the UT cheer team. Now, not to be outdone, the Tennessee dance team was also in Orlando. They took home 5th place in their pom-pom routine and 6th place in jazz. Not a shabby showing for the dance team. Congrats to both. All right, today, a happy birthday is in order for the Queen of East Tennessee. It's Dolly Parton's 80th birthday. State of Tennessee is celebrating in order. Governor Bill Lee signing a proclamation last week designating January 19th as Dolly Parton Day. The country music legend was born in 1946 in Sevier County. She has since become known not only for her music and entertainment, but also for her incredible service and philanthropy. Again, Dolly turns 80 today. Well, a Knoxville landmark is being revived for one of the biggest musical festivals in the world. Part of this year's Big Ears Festival is going to happen at the Greyhound Station in the Old City. The station was around for more than 60 years before it closed in 2022. The festival runs from March 26th through the 29th. People comes to Knoxville from all around the world to take in a range of music. Tickets are available to Big Ears now.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
January 19th, 1952, the Professional Golfers Association, or PGA, voted to allow black golfers to compete in PGA co-sponsored events. It would take years for the sport to reach full integration. In 1961, Charles Seifert became the first black golfer to earn a PGA Tour card. Lee Elder became the first black golfer to compete in the Masters in 1975. Arguably the best golfer in PGA history now is a black man. Well, thanks for joining us. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv, inside your WVLT News app, and streaming on our social media pages and on WVLT+. We'll see you back here tomorrow.